everybody, welcome back to K&S Get Out. I wanted to show you guys, first thing in the morning, I've been sneaking up here and grabbing the eggs before I get Bruno out. I just don't really want him to know where the nest is, so I'm trying to keep it secret. I'm curious to see if the birds follow me up here, because I've been distracting them with worms whenever they're up here by the nest so that they don't hate me for taking their eggs. I don't know, it may not actually matter. Yesterday, I was only able to collect 2 eggs because I've been leaving a dozen in the nest up here. And I have to say, somebody told us, or we read, that guineas will take a day off from laying. And we hadn't experienced that yet. But now that we've actually been collecting in the same spot for probably a week, I don't even know, we actually got to see a couple of the birds took a day off. So that was kind of cool. But I want to show you what I have to go through to get to the eggs. First off, they are following me. So I'm gonna give them some worms and some scratch. Okay, I think I have them distracted for a minute so that I can go steal some eggs. Okay, which tree is it? It's further back. Here they are. You can see the ones with the little dots on them. Those are the ones that I marked as the oldest ones. So whoever told us that guineas do take a day off, you were right. I only was able to collect 3 eggs. I'm leaving a dozen in the nest every day because I want them to continue laying there, and so far it has worked. So I'm just taking the older eggs and then I'll mark the new ones as they lay them, and hopefully we can keep fresh eggs going that way.
Come here, big guy. Come on, big guy. Keep coming. Come on, come on. Oh, sister's here. Come here, buddy. Bruno.
Got the party animals out here now. Nola, I just want to show you everything. Come here. This is my outside water bowl. Come here, I'll show you. Oh, you know where? Okay. She's like, can I just drink in privacy, man?
Oh my gosh, Bruno, seriously?
So for comparison, guys, I hate to admit this, we had to take the princess to the vet the other day just for her annual checkup. Nala, I won't give the exact number away, but let's just put it this way. She's flirting with the 100-pound club. So, we're trying to get her out more, trying to get her to walk more. She just wants to be in the air when it's this hot out. I can't blame the girl, she's a princess.
I know, you're doing so good.
But look how big Bruno is compared to her.
You guys notice anything different about that bird run? Like maybe there's no more straw bales around it? I got some tractor time in yesterday cleaning that up. It was kind of fun, and it was good to have some more time on the tractor.
I was a little nervous. I ran across town to meet my uncle about a couple things, and I get back and my tractor's not where it's normally sitting, and I panicked. Did not think, oh, well, Shannon's probably out there running it, but sure enough, had her nice little, I don't know what kind of hat.
It was like a straw hat.
Like a straw hat. Had her earbuds in. I mean, I don't even think she saw me pull back up the driveway. She was just going to town, had a very serious look on her face, and I was like, just keep going.
And I even switched out the front end attachment all by myself, and I got it on the first try. I was super proud of myself for that one.
I noticed that
That's
too.
a big deal.
How many hours do you think you got on it yesterday?
Oh man.
I bet it was
2 or 3 maybe?
Oh, at least.
I don't know.
At least.
It was a while.
It's a happy sight. This is the exact same way we got Nala and Hercules
To be friends.
to be, yeah, kind of basically to get them to be shoulder to shoulder while they were walking instead of Herc nonstop with his nose up her rear.
Like Bruno.
Like Bruno, but he's even doing better. But something about the trail, they all know the path, they all follow it really well. Something about it takes their attention away from each other onto their findings, and the princess couldn't be more thankful. We got two slightly different speed desires here. Pokey Princess is just like, yeah, it's a leisurely walk. And the camo Bruno, he just heads off into the woods. The goats have actually been spending a lot of time grazing back here. And before the goats will come too far out, it's almost inevitable that Hercules will come out first, kind of put out a perimeter, make sure there's no predators, and does a pretty good job at it. And then once he leaves the woods, the goats come in pretty deep. So I bet you Bruno's up there sniffing them goats and wherever Herc's been marking. Come on, let's go. I can't even see him. He's so camouflaged out there.
I hear him.
He's like, I'm not coming back if Nala's not coming back. That's a good boy. Babe, you're missing some spider webs.
Sorry, I think I just...
I think you're only clearing them, you know, we got a head height difference. Man, look at this white oak, babe. These have gone fast.
Yeah, that's sad.
It is sad. I think it was, golly, it was just last year that it just had some of this losing some of its normal bark, but now those are done for. That's kind of what makes me nervous about getting the goats back here is, you know, we've found a lot of standing deads and we have a lot of widowmakers that most of them are wedged like nasty well, which is why they're still up. But boy, that'd be a
bad day.
That'd be a bad day. And we know if the trees are down, if they're anywhere close to making contact with the ground, the goats are going to try to get on them to get to leaves and things.
Oh yeah.
They also haven't come down with all these massive windstorms and stuff,
I know.
we just got to keep an eye on it and be aware of what we're putting inside their pen. I would be curious to know what's going on here though, because like, I mean, it's just, there's a lot going on. I've taken a picture and it does talk, there's a name for this disease, I guess, that it has. But I need to look into it more to know, like, how's it going to affect other trees? Because I see a little spot on that sapling back there. Hi, buddy. He says, come on, let's keep going. But yeah, this is just taking a hit, and now it looks like bugs are even taking their toll. And there's some cracking down here. That guy's going to come down. Look at that.
We are 1 week away from removing the spinner, adding more water, and waiting on those birds to hatch.
1 week, huh?
1 week.
Okay. I got to brush up on my timeline again of like how long in the brooder. I noticed when you had the tractor going yesterday, you brought the brooder up.
I brought the brooder up for you.
And you brought down the little table that I asked if I could steal the legs off of it. I'd like to get that brooder up in the air so I'm not having to bend over. I don't have a floor in the bottom of it though.
I know, and Kyle and I are not on the same terms on this just yet, but I would like to take this run from up here and move it down there and put the brooder inside it with an extension cord to the light, of course.
The heat lamp?
The heat lamp, whatever, yeah. Just so that we don't have to use the shed again as the bird sanctuary.
Until it rains.
Well, no, if they're in a run, then they'll be covered.
Maybe.
That's why we don't agree just yet.
Well, you know, I wonder how easy moving that run down the hill is actually going to be.
We can just call some friends over and everybody get a corner and we'll just pick it up and carry it all together.
I don't have any friends.
Oh my gosh.
Who am I going to call?
Call your brothers.
Will Spruce help me?
No.
I know Herc would. If I could figure out how to put a harness on him enough to carry it, he'd do it. All right, we just got the Broon Man down for his first nap of the day. We do have to do something with him. He is getting big and I have to estimate that I think maybe he's in the 40-pound club now.
I would say so.
Maybe just a hair over, and he's only going to keep getting bigger. He is very crate trained, which pros and cons to that. I don't know that that's how we want him to be.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want him to be that way. I want him to be an outside dog and have his house that he goes to out here but not necessarily running up to the office to hide.
You heard it here. I have record of it. So what I think we're gonna do, we had talked about this and kind of planned through this with this e-collar. I really wanted him to have good training with the electric collar that we control before we put like a perimeter, what do they call them? Perimeter e-collar, hidden fence. And it basically just sets an invisible perimeter and does the same tone and vibration that we use whenever we're training with the e-collar. And then there is a correction if they choose to go over that line. And I think for him, that would be great, especially if it was one that was scalable. I know they're a little pricier when you get into the GPS stuff and drawing the fences and all that, but as he gets older and gets more acclimated and we are a little more comfortable letting him just run off in the woods, it'd be great to be able to let him go a little bit further out, maybe help with our predator pushback.
That, and I want to make sure he's not chasing birds still. He tends to go after the guineas a little bit still.
We are still working on our corrections. Like when he goes off the deep end and he sees the guineas and they're moving like guineas do, the dude,
he's like, I want to play.
He'll just give in. He's like, I want to see him. Oh, they fly. And so, you know, we haven't seen him try to get one in his mouth. I think he could. I think he's pretty darn close to being quick and fast enough now that he could. And not as big of a problem with the guineas, but in preparation for future chickens that'll be here sometime, they're a much easier target, and I don't want him doing that.
Yeah.
So I've got to come up with a solution, and he deserves, you know, a nice house and setup. We'll come up with it. But coming into phase 2 of raising Bruno. No, it's more like phase 52. I think
Sure.
every day is a new phase with that guy.
That's true.
Look at these guys. Who's that? I think, is that Duke under the feeder?
I think it's Daisy.
They love this goat yard.
Oh, they're all out here. Oh my goodness. You guys are so cute.
Spruce stirring up the dust. Is the choir getting warmed up? Who's that? Is that little Miss Daisy?
That is Daisy.
Hi,
down
pretty
there.
girl. Hey, big fella.
Hi, Herc.
Did you bring us something?
You do look like you have something in your mouth.
Hi, buddy.
He knows not to get any closer.
Yeah, I'll come in there, man. I know, we got the fence on. We had to kind of retrain the goats a little
Babe,
bit.
look at Blue and the boys.
He's gonna ruin the party.
That is stinking adorable. Little Earl.
Those are her
my
two
gosh.
boys. That's Earl and Duke right there. I can't tell you how often we see sights like this. Look at this, man. You can't get a pillow that comfortable on Amazon. Can't be done. These boys will strategically lay like this for her to be her pillow. Spruce, why don't you scoot over and cuddle with Big Weege? Yeah, right. You ever smelled that guy? P.U. Nasty. Weege, I can smell you from here. Man, I gotta turn you every way. Ugh.
You see Larry?
Larry Bear, you getting your scratch on, buddy?
They are just as chill as could be.
They really are. I am still kind of trying to throw them off with their grazing a little bit. I think I had them out, we had them out last night for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I think by not grazing them every single morning and every single evening, I think I've mentioned this, but they are a little more respectful. It's almost like they're intentionally not pushing the boundaries. You're so handsome. I know. You gotta get the Bruno stink off me. Go get that Bruno stink off me. Oh, come on in. Come on in. You're so pretty, Blue. Yeah, that's my girl. I think you helped bring your mom around. Can you guys tell this is mother and son? She had a lot of trust issues, but as she had Larry and Harry and was raising them and saw how well we took care of them, then she started to trust us. You know right where to go, don't you, lady? Are you ready, Miss Mama? What about you, Spruce Loose? Are you waiting patiently or impatiently? That camera out of my face.
There it is.
What'd you say, bud? We are hearing more and more from little Mario.
Thank
Starting
you.
to make sounds more like their dad did.
Hey!
Spruce Loose.
He just pushed the gate open too.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Herc, you don't want to go in there. You don't want to go in there. We'll feed you up here. Golly, you're gonna make me throw up. I'm getting dizzy. Don't smack me. Don't do it.
Are you ready to eat? Come on, let's get yours. Well, keep going.
Ouija talks a little bit, but somebody completely eclipses the sound.
Look.
We nursing? You're gonna get the cops called on you for that one day. You guys are gonna be so big.
Mama, you gotta give it up.
I know to get her to stop that, we could separate them. And we've talked about this with you before, but it ain't gonna happen. I don't see it happening. And I don't really know how long we'd have to. It might put our panels and things in harm's way to separate them from each other. Or we'd hear them crying all day long. I don't know, she'll quit one of these days, right?
Anywhere you cut, they come running.
I know, they've been getting under me and looking up where I'm looking. How Spruce can talk and eat at the same time blows my mind.
Oh, he has mastered it.
You guys make it kind of hard to get to these trees to cut them down.
Watch out, Daisy. He'll drop it right on your head.
How would you know?
I'm just saying.
Well, we've done so much down in the main part. Now it's a matter of just dragging all that stuff down, and we're gonna be very clear here. But I just kind of want to keep working the edge.
He's just a bull over there.
Yes, he is. A bull or a bully, you tell me.
I had that exact same thought as you said it.
Timber! Blue was just unfazed. She's like, cool, bring it on down. This is another black walnut sapling, and this massive tree over here is also a black walnut, and one of its main branches comes over and is all the way over your head. I think I can justify bringing this guy down because he's literally growing right up through the other black walnut. I think it'll sit on that limb, so I'll probably have to push it down officially. Tell him, Spruce. Little Mario, come this way, bud. Whoa! Get your footing. I see a lot of connecting vines up here. I may actually still be best to bring it back this way now that they're all over here. That is vines holding on.
Well, that had so much more greenery than I expected.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say they have plenty to eat for now.
Yeah, me too. This is a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
When it came down, they do love that black walnut, but anytime I cut down another one, they all flock to it.
Gotta check out the newest one.
But I imagine if I give it, I'm gonna say, if it takes 2 hours, I'd be surprised.
Oh, I would too.
These guys will burn through this. But got a lot of snacks for them. It's really good for them.
Yeah.
I love that we can feed them from our land, and they're really helping clean this section up. And it's, I honestly didn't envision it looking this nice. It's still a mess.
We still have a lot of work to do, but we're getting there.
Yeah. And it's
Goats are
kind of
getting
fun to do it in bite-sized chunks, quite literally, so the goats can snack on it, help us clean it up, and then we move on to the next bit.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna have every tree down in here. I'm gonna cut down even these big ones with my pole saw.
Sure, babe.
You know better. All right, guys, well, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you for coming along on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Sorry, I just sweated your arm.
Yeah, it was a little bit gross.
I tried not to, but I'm just sweaty.
It's okay.